Hello and welcome to my Keto Kitchen. I'm Victoria. Today we're going to make the most delicious keto blueberry muffins. So let's get started. The first thing that we need is one stick, which is half of a cup or 8 tablespoons of room temperature butter. The next thing that we need is 1 cup of allulose. And now I'm going to beat the butter with the allulose until it is nice and fluffy looking. Start off slow. Okay, now that our butter is mixed with our allulose, we are going to add 2 eggs, but 1 egg at a time. And if you need to, just scrape down the sides. Perfect. Now, we are going to take our flour. We need 2 cups of my Perfected Keto flour, which is 210 grams. To the flour, we need 1 tablespoon of baking powder, half of a teaspoon of salt, and whisk this up. I'm taking my beater attachment off so that I can sift the flour into the butter, allulose, and egg mixture that we have right here. I'm going to put everything back together. Okay, before I mix this, I am going to add half of a cup of keto milk. This is my keto milk. I'll leave the recipe in a card up here. You can use almond milk, whatever keto milk you like. You just need half of a cup. And 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Now we're going to mix this. Perfect. Now, it would not be blueberry muffins without the blueberries. I have 1 cup of fresh blueberries here. I am going to hand fold these into the batter. I tried this with frozen blueberries and I just don't like the way that it turns my dough blue. I want a white muffin with blue blueberries, and in order to do that, you've got to have fresh blueberries. Now, once again, with my handy dandy ice cream scoop, this is about a 1/4 cup scoop. Okay, I have a cupcake tray right here. This is room for 12. I also have silicone liners. Right here, I had to use a parchment paper liner because my daughters played with this in their little play kitchen and now I can't find it. So I'm going to take my ice cream scoop, which is about 1/4 of a cup, and I'm going to do 1 scoop in each cupcake tray. Wow. Okay, so this recipe could have made 14 muffins. Okay, so that means that these are less than 2 carbs per muffin. So I'll have to bake the 12 and then bake 2 more. I'll just leave it setting here. But these muffins are less than 2 carbs a piece. So for the topping, right here I have half of a cup of my Perfected Keto flour, half of a cup of allulose, half of a tablespoon of cinnamon, and half of a stick of butter, which is 1/4 of a cup. That's 4 tablespoons of cold cubed butter. Now, I'm just going to take a pastry cutter and I am going to cut this up. Okay, with the topping, I am going to sprinkle it on top of these muffins. This is optional. You do not have to make the topping. And let me tell you, they are just as beautiful without a topping. And actually what I want to do is do this 2 ways. This right here is just granular allulose. I have some cinnamon on my fingers. I want to put just allulose on top of 3 of these. I'm going to do just 3, just to show you just some allulose on top. Nothing special on 3 of them. But I am going to finish the rest of them in this lovely topping. We have a crumb topping on 9 and we have allulose on 3. These are going into my oven at 350 degrees between 20 and 30 minutes. I'll let you know exactly how long they take when I come back. Okay, so I baked these 350 for 25 minutes. After 15 minutes, they started to brown, so I covered them the remaining 10 minutes. Also, these were cooked in a silicone cupcake holder. This one right here, I actually put it straight into my cupcake dish. So straight into the silver, sprayed it, poured it in. This baked better. It just depends on what you like. This is too moist for me. I prefer muffins to be somewhat dry, I guess more like a cupcake. I don't know though. I'm gonna break this and I'm gonna bring this close and break it. Then I'm going to bring this one close and break it. Okay, so this is the one that cooked without any liners. Great. Now I'm going to try the one that cooked in the silicone liner. I don't know. This one is moist, way more moist. But I think I like the taste better. Interesting. Okay, I do actually like the one that I think is over moist. It actually tastes the best. But also there's more blueberries in this one because my leftover dough didn't have as many blueberries. Okay, these are really good. Muffins are not easy. Cupcakes, for some reason, not a big deal. I actually have to make a batch of cupcakes this weekend for a baby shower. But muffins, because the texture is, the batter's thicker, it's not as thin, takes longer to bake, so usually you get it a little bit more brown. There's almost like the top of this, maybe because of the allulose. This one actually has the allulose top. That's another thing. The crumb topping browns, of course, it would brown a little bit more. These are lighter, they don't brown as much, but they're all delicious, but they are extremely moist. You definitely want to cover them after about 15 minutes because they'll over brown. You won't like it if probably, unless you like browning. Some people said they like the brown, so don't cover it if you like the browning effect that you get. But if you want them to stay lighter, cover them after about 15 minutes. Let them finish baking for about 10 minutes. These are great. You must know they are moist. I literally, let me show you. Okay, this is the rest of the one that I have. I literally could roll it up and pretty much end it up into a dough ball. Yeah. So they are extremely moist. But, I mean, it tastes really good. And they're holding their shape. Even though they're really moist, they're still holding their shape. But I am going to continue to work on my muffin recipe. I really want a hybrid, something between this and this, something not so moist, not so dry. We shall see. But this is a really good blueberry muffin, very moist. If you make this, please let me know. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe, and you have a blessed day.